So Edgar Berlanga basically comes out and says he'll never fight David Morrell after David Morrell's basically going at him about the Canelo fight and everything else. And David Morrell is focused on fighting Benavidez. And I'm not gonna get into, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm one of the most truthful people on the internet. I told people last year I wasn't gonna rush David Morrell because he doesn't have that many fights yet. See, Madrimov is more polished as far as in the game than a David Morrell is right now. Even though they had the same kind of struggles, David Morrell was still not pressing that last two rounds. That 11 to 12th round got a hold of him. And what I'm saying is that's what, against Benavidez, that's not going to work. He needs to polish that real quick. And I've been trying to tell people that. And then a lot of people jumping off the bandwagon now. I'm not jumping off the bandwagon because I don't get on bandwagons. I believe the same thing I believed about Morrell from the beginning. He's a very good fighter. At 175 against a top 10 guy, possibly go 12 rounds. I mean, in a real 50-50 fight, it goes 12 rounds, man. I'm trying to tell people that. But, it goes like that sometimes. But it was a very good fight. But Edgar Berlanga, you saying you'll never fight Morrell, yeah, that makes sense. That means you're going to be at 68 your whole career. Other guys, you possibly, I'll say that information for later on, but Canelo fighting Berlanga, got announced today. Nobody cares, man. Everybody's talking about Canelo versus Crawford. Nobody cares that Berlanga is fighting Canelo. Who cares? Nobody cares at all. It's not really a big deal. They're talking more so about Morrell's performance. I heard people talk more about David Benavidez being drunk and his performance against Vozic than I'm hearing about Canelo versus Berlanga being announced today. Nobody cares. Not one person. Haven't heard nobody talking about this fight at all. Why? Why would we talk about Berlanga when I was just doing Berlanga's fight? I went live. I think I went live for Berlanga's last fight. I watched the whole fight. I enjoyed it. It was on DAZN, a small room. I think it was in Orlando. Not many people watched it. And that's a fact. A lot of people did not watch the fight at all. When I do videos about Berlanga, nobody cares. It ain't because it's my video. They just don't care about Berlanga. He's one of the most least talked about fighters I know. For some reason, him, and this is no disrespect, but him and Frank Martin were some of the most least talked about fighters last year when I was putting out videos. I was like, bro, why nobody showing Frank Martin love? It was, first of all, it was hard to get videos about Frank Martin. When you type them in, it was a whole bunch of other Frank Martins that pop up. Then with Berlanga, it was like nobody really cared. I'm like, Berlanga's at the zone now. I want to figure out what he's doing. Nobody cares, man. And he's the biggest fighters in America right now that people say. And their opponents is people that nobody knows or care about or have that much engagement with. And that's why I'm kind of salty about what's going on with the sport. But it still helps. These guys are still part of that American system. Puerto Rico is technically part of everything we have going on now. But I don't know, man. The process is playing out well. David Morrell, he's moved up to 75. I just knew that was going to happen. And with Canelo right now, that's just two more options he doesn't have. And people are proud of that. People are happy. This is why the sport of boxing is in Turkey how to shake hands. This is why I don't care about who's the face of boxing. I won't be arguing over that because we have David Morrell and Benavidez in their prime trying to fight Canelo. And everybody doesn't care that Canelo's not fighting them. Sport of boxing is done. It's been done, but it's going to be done. Jake Paul's already a bigger star than Benavidez and Morrell, and people are happy. Come on, man. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.